I think I'm live. Am I live? I don't know. I can't tell. I should check on my phone. That could maybe tell me. Am I live? I don't know. I'm live. Oh my God. So, hey, I'm Dora from Explorer Dora 80. That is my channel's name, Explorer Dora 80. It means that I want to explore 80 countries. Dora is my nickname. I got it from when I was backpacking in South America. We were playing Celebrity Heads, and I had Dora on my head because I used to always carry a backpack. I still do carry a backpack, so nothing's really changed. And that trip, basically, people started calling me Dora. So on Facebook, I used to start calling myself, Dora did this today. And yeah, I've just been called Dora a lot. So yeah, here I am. Hey, Paul, can you hear me? Hello, Paul, can you hear me? Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, which is fine because I'm quite ill prepared. I've only just figured out how to this Streamyard works, and you're only allowed to upload 10 videos at a time. So I have 10 videos or 10 slides, should I say. Oh, you can hear me. Cool. So I can only upload like 10 videos that I've attached. So I've kind of pinpointed a few different places that we went in Samoa. So yeah, so basically my live today is to talk about Samoa. I mean, Paul, you know this, but if another person is going to watch this on a rerun, I'm talking about Samoa. And I went there about 2 weeks ago for 2 weeks. So actually a month ago I was there for 2 weeks. And I want to tell you about it because Samoa is a country that is like a hidden gem. Not a lot of people know about it. I didn't really know about it much. I mean, I know Samoan people. I work with a guy that's from Samoa, and they're very, very, they love their country. So, but I don't really know much about their country. So I ended up going there. That was my country 61 on my quest to see 80 countries. So further ashore, let's start with where is Samoa? And let's see if my slides work. Oh my God. Can you see my slide, Paul? Can you see where Samoa is? Yeah, probably. I think so. I hope so. Can you see that? And if I go onto Facebook, oh no, I don't want to go on the live because then I'll have a background noise. So I'm just trusting that you can see it. Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, so Samoa. We have Australia here. Oh, I can't actually point to it. I can't point to it because it's on the screen. You can see where Australia is, okay? I'm Australian. Paul that's watching this is Australian. We are Australian. We love our country. But, it's good to leave our country to appreciate our country. And it's also good to see other countries to appreciate the world around us and, to know about other cultures, religions, people, lands. Paul's he loves beaches. He's from Phillip Island down in Victoria. So he's a beach lover. I live in Redcliffe in Queensland by the beach. Love the beach. Most holidays for me, I choose beach locations because I love the beach. But I lie too because I have been to places that are mountainous and I love hiking. But beaches are my happy place. Paul, beach is your happy place too. So Samoa has lots of beaches, okay? So Samoa is, as you see on the little map here, Samoa, and there's American Samoa. So I actually have notes because I've, come prepared today. My God, I don't know what's going on. So Samoa, we're in the South Pacific, okay? It's one of these little islands. It's actually 2 big islands. Now, the population of Samoa is not huge. It's only 216,000, and that was in 2023. So I think it's up to 219,000, but don't quote me on that. Used to be owned by New Zealand, actually, And in 1962, they became their own independent country, but they are also under the Commonwealth like Australia. So they have many pictures of the Queen and now King Charles. I think King Charles and Camilla actually just recently went there last year. So I did see pictures of them. So they have recently been. Apparently the Queen back in her day had been to Samoa also. So yeah, they're under the Commonwealth, but they are fiercely independent. Now, you can see American Samoa there. So that's not very far away, like 70 kilometers away, and in miles, about 43 miles away. So it's not very far, American Samoa and then Samoa. So Samoa used to be called Western Samoa, but it's now just called Samoa. They changed their name in 1997. So not too long ago, they wanted to be recognized as just Samoa, not Western Samoa. So go them. Two main islands. So let me show you those. Let's remove that. And we add another one to the stage. We have two main islands. I believe there's about 9 islands. Hey Mel, how you going? I'm still awaiting just. Oh, you're still waking. Popped in to say hi. Okay, thanks Mel for jumping on. I'm just talking about Samoa and that there's 2 main islands of Samoa in the South Pacific. So the capital is Apia. And that's where majority of people live on the island of, now I can't say this right, Upolu. Upolu is the main island. It's not the big island. So then big island is this one here. It's called Savahi. Okay, so that's the big island. That's a little island as in population, but it is more cultural and yeah, it's beautiful. But the main island, most people that travel to Samoa will go to the island of Upolu, which is where the capital is. So you fly into Apia, and look, to be honest, I wanted to do the whole backpacking, hitchhiking, catch the bus around the islands. Okay, that's my vibe. Api, I think it's also said. Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah, Api. So actually, Mel, have you been? Because you're from New Zealand. So Mel, you've got Paul in the room too. Paul is from Phillip Island, or he's living in Phillip Island now in Victoria. And Mel, I believe you're in New Zealand, right? So we are South Pacific Islander people today. So Mel, have you been to Samoa? No, you would love to. Okay, cool. Honestly, I've got to say, that's why I'm going to do so many stories and stuff about Samoa, because Samoa is a country that needs to be seen. Honestly, it is like everyone goes to Hawaii, Fiji, Vanuatu, but they don't go to Samoa, and I don't know why they don't. So yeah. So anyway, so the capital is up here. 2 main islands, like I said. Okay, so main exports for Samoa. No surprise here. Anyone guess what the main export for Samoa might be? Paul or Mel, any guesses? What do you reckon this island country exports the most? Any guesses? Okay, I'll sing something. I'm a little coconut. Oh, no, that's just, I don't know what I was going to sing. Chocolate. No, but a fish. Yes, fish is correct. Coconuts. Coconut is their biggest export. Coconut oil and coconut cream. Fish being one of them. Beer. And I can't read my writing. Okay, something else. Yeah, coconuts. But funny story about Mel, about chocolate. On the island of Savahi, we were staying across the road from a cacao farm, and Whitakers buy a lot of their chocolate from that farm. So that was pretty cool. But that's another story. But I just thought I'd chuck that in there. Their money, their currency is called Tala. Tala. T-A-L-A. Tala. First country to see the new day. So they're literally on the international date line. Well, next to the international date line. So it's basically recognized as the first country that sees the new day. So the first sunrise. So that's pretty exciting. And fun fact, so I'll go back to Samoa. So you've got Samoa and then you've got American Samoa. So the international date line runs between the two islands. So fun fact, you can go to Samoa and have New Year's Eve and then fly over to American Samoa like nearly 20 hours later and see the sun, see New Year's Eve in American Samoa, because even though they're like 70 kilometers away or 43 miles away for the, the Northern Hemisphere people, it's the opposite way. So the international date line goes that way towards Fiji, New Zealand, Australia, and then eventually goes to American Samoa. So how cool would that be to go and have two New Year's Eves, one in Samoa, and then go fly and have another New Year's Eve in American Samoa? I thought that was fun. I've got to say, if I'd actually kind of thought about that, I might have saved this trip to be a New Year's trip, because that would be one hell of a New Year's to have two New Year's Eves on the island of Samoa and then American Samoa. So I don't know, I thought that was really funny. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. So let's talk about what we did. So we went for 2 weeks. So we spent, that's what I was saying. So how do we get around? So I went with my partner, Diego. And look, Diego shares my sense of adventure, but not completely. So I did a bit of research on going to Samoa, and I saw these really cool old school buses, and they're brightly coloured and they go around the island. Now, obviously in island time, okay? So nothing happens in a hurry and there is no time tables. So my head was like, let's just catch those buses around, with our backpack, let's go around and catch the buses. But a friend of mine who has been living in Samoa, who's like an expat there, she literally just came back. She'd been living there for 3 years, said, look, love your sense of adventure, Dora, but, if you want to get around and see things, you're better off buying, hiring a car, because catching the buses, it might be great fun, but you're going to get there slowly and it's going to be time consuming. So I was like, anyway, Diego booked a car. So we had a car for 2 weeks. In hindsight, it was actually a really good idea, because when we first got to Samoa, it was raining, though it's one of those rains that, it rains and it's still hot as hell. So it doesn't stop you doing anything, but it rained for about the first 3 days. Yeah, island time, completely island time. So I had a thing that I had to catch a bus, right? So one of the things I had to try McDonald's in Samoa. I had to catch a bus. So Paul, you know all about my McDonald's fetish. I don't really like McDonald's that much, but I just tried in different countries. So Mel, I did a live that Paul was on, and I was in Luxembourg just like last week, and I took Paul and his mate to McDonald's, and it's pretty much the same. But yeah, I had to try McDonald's in Samoa, and I had to catch the bus, because I was kind of a bit bummed out that we couldn't catch the bus around, because I thought that'd be a really cool trip. But I get it. If you want to spend all the time, waiting for your buses, which, could be all day. And they're also very full too. So that's another thing. I was told that they get filled up really quickly and they sit on each other's laps. So they said, if you're a tourist, they probably obviously won't sit on your lap, but it'll be a bit uncomfortable, because everyone will be around you, sitting on people's laps, piled in, like squashed in. And then I've got here, and we've got our backpacks too. So like, they won't be very happy about, the space that you're taking, because you're just having fun, when they're actually trying to get around to, their jobs or their schools or home from work or something like that. So Did you have Mel, I did have I did. I didn't have a Big Mac, but I had a Real. Yes. I hate to admit this, Paul, and Mel, I had Macca's 2 days in a row. I had it in Luxembourg when you saw me on that live, Paul, and then the next day I was in Paris and I got McDonald's. I was like, what is wrong with me? But yes, I did get a Real, and they were actually quite nice, actually. I was surprised. I hate to say this again, but it was probably the only bit of lettuce I had on the trip. And a bit of tomato, so I enjoyed that. So yes, so we spent 1 week on the island of Pulu and then 1 week on the island of Savahi. So I said to Diego just before he went to bed, because it is like 9:16 now, and we're renovating our house at the moment. When I say we, I mean Diego is. He's the builder, and he's been on the roof. Literally, we have no roof at the moment. We have a tarp over our roof. So he's been putting up beams all day. So he's in bed, and I said to him before we went to bed, I said, what was your favorite things about Samoa? Like, what did you see that you loved? And he said, the Tusua Ocean Trench. So I'm going to tell you about that. The Pilau Cave and Pool, the lava fields, the giant clam sanctuary, and staying in a farley. So the 4 things I've mentioned first are all natural attractions. So one thing straight off the bat about Samoa, it's all natural. Like, I mean, yes, I just went to Paris and it's all about the buildings and, you know, the Eiffel Tower and the beautiful bridges. So it's all it's man-made. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I love Paris, but Samoa is another field because it's, beer. So beer is the other export. So fish, beer, coconut oil, and coconut cream. What were you saying, Paul? I thought he would have said the beer. He did like the beer too. Okay, so there's a funny story coming up about that one. So the biggest thing about Samoa is natural attractions. So the 4 things that Diego loved were 4 natural attractions, and then the last one was a farley. So a farley, I'm going to skip ahead of my little pictures here and show you what a farley is. A farley is basically a bungalow, but they call it a farley, and it's spelled F-A-L-E. So it could be called a fails or fal, a farley. Different people have different kind of names. So this is a really cool bungalow. Like, honestly, it blow you away. I want to show you a little picture. Oh, I'll show you a video. Let's see how this works, okay? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. They got no power.
There's no power.
Yeah. Oh, maybe there is, because there's a light there. There might be. The other one had a fan. I don't know what. So that's the farley. So as you see, it's pretty much open. Like normally, I'll stop this one. So normally there's no tarp around it. You can hire them through the day and have picnics. So the locals come, they have picnics and just, there's normally no mattress there. They'll just lie there on a mat and just, enjoy the beach and have a picnic. Yes, Paul, I know. I figured it out. Yeah. And so when we're staying there, because it had been raining, they actually had a tarp kind of around the 3 sides of it. So the front is open and technically people can walk up the stairs. There is a door there, but that was left open because you want a bit of airflow coming in. So it is a bit of trust. I mean, obviously for us, we live in a house with, we have to lock our doors and windows and all the things. But in Samoa, you've got to get used to the fact that they have a huge trust factor there. They are so highly religious that stealing anything is beyond them. They just wouldn't steal anything. So they leave everything open. So it sounds crazy, but yeah, in little villages, everything is open. Their houses are literally open. Like they've just got a roof and you can see straight through, and you can see the mats on the ground and their kitchens, and they've just got their things everywhere. So it's it's interesting. So that is a fale. So it's got the tarp around it to protect it from the rain. And some people will take some of the sides off so they have more air. When you're staying, and then they'll put a mattress in there, and then they put this mosquito net because there are mosquitoes. So that is a fale. So that was Diego's favorite thing, is to stay in the fale, and that was his favorite. That was we stayed in. That was the only fale we stayed in. We stayed there 4 nights. So yeah, that was really cool. And okay, so let me show you the Tusu Trench. It's probably the most seen thing. If you Google Samoa, this is what comes up. I couldn't find another picture of it in a hurry, but there's 33 stairs going down into like a sinkhole, basically. Now, this is tidal, so you're right next to the ocean, but it's just like a hole in the ground. You walk down these 33 stairs, and if you can see, there's a little bit of plastic mat. For some reason, it only went to 30 stairs. So the last 3 stairs didn't have the matting. So you really have to hold on, and it's a bit slippery. So a lot of people don't like going down, so they will stay up the top and just watch. So add to the fun, right? Can you swim there? Yeah, you can. So you get down there. See, can you see down there? There's two like ropes. There's a rope going that way, and then there's a rope like that. The reason for that is on the left-hand side, you can't see the ocean, but there's a hole in the wall. You can't see it, but underneath the ground, or underneath the water level, the ocean's coming in and out. So it's tidal. So basically, you go down the stairs and you stay in this kind of L shape. There's no one watching you, and no one's telling you what to do here. The only reason I know this is because someone had to tell me. And I literally, I had the GoPro in my hand, and I was like, the tide came in and it was pushing me out, past, I wanted to go past the line. So it was a bit scary. Actually, do I have a video here? I might actually have a video. Okay, I think I do have a video. Shall I show you? Yeah. How many steps are we on? 3. There's Diego. Wave, Diego. This is how you do it. Oh. I have got 3 points of contact. Okay, that's not the video I thought it was. That's me walking up the stairs. So let me just go back to this. So, hey, how you going, Karen? Welcome to my live and my slideshows. Basically, I'm doing a slideshow presentation. So we have Mel, we have Paul, we have New Zealand and Australia, 2 New Zealanders and 2 Australians. How cool is that? I think there's only 4 of us. I can't tell how many people are online. Yeah, so Paul, yeah, it's pretty steep and it's pretty hairy. So the video I was just showing you was me going up, and it's pretty scary. But so when you're in this water, the tide's coming in and out, and that's why you're holding to the ropes, because otherwise you get washed away. And like I said, there's no instructions. So another thing about, it's island time, right? So it's very blasé. So there's no instructions. So when you pay your money at the gate, they don't tell you about be careful swimming or, anything like that. So technically, if there was no tourists in there and it was just Diego and I would have jumped in and not really known too much. I mean, I would have felt the tide and thought, shit. But if I jumped on the other side, it would have probably been too late, and I probably would have, the GoPro would have been flying, and I would have been swimming hard to get to the rope. So basically, the rope going right goes all the way into a cave. And so when you swim into the cave, it's pitch dark. So I've got a GoPro of that one, but it's too long to put on there. So, yeah. So anyway, that was pretty cool. So that's probably the #1 attraction of Samoa. If you Google anything about Samoa, you'll see pictures of this Tusua ocean trench. It's like the popular thing to do. Now, everything's owned by families. So I think it's pretty cool. So like companies can't come in there and take over. Yeah, you got to be careful not to drown, definitely, or get sucked in to the current. So it's pretty strong, and like I have got videos of that, but I didn't obviously upload it. I don't know why, but I uploaded the wrong one, but that's okay. I don't think you really want to see me. Well, actually, I'll show it. I don't care. God, I don't care. Like I care about my body.
3 points of contact all the time. Oh, look at that. It's pretty cool from up here. Okay, coming. Yes, 3 points of contact. 3 points of contact. 3 points of contact. 3 points of contact. How's my bum? Huh? Is it looking pretty good off this from this angle?
I didn't jump. God, no. No, you don't jump. So that's Diego, my partner.
One giant leap for mankind, one for Batman.
That is pretty awesome.
So there you go. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that is probably the #1 attraction of Samoa. Another one that's pretty popular, it's called Pilau Cave Pool. So another attraction.
That is such a lovely place. Yeah, all the way in. All right.
So the Pilau Cave Pool is next to the ocean, as you saw, but this one's freshwater. So they have a lot of freshwater pools by the ocean, and then they actually have access so that you can actually get fresh water. So for locals can come down and get fresh water to drink and to wash their clothes. But in that pool there, that's not to wash your clothes. It's literally just a swimming hole. Again, that one's owned by a church. So literally above that is a church. And I think we paid about 10 tala each, which is about $7 each to get in there. So yeah, that was an interesting place. Freshwater was really nice and cool on a hot day. So that was really cool. Now, lava fields. So Samoa is a volcanic island. All their islands, apparently there's about 9 islands, but the 2 main ones that I showed you originally are volcanic. So a lot of their coastline have have lava fields basically. So I'll show you this.
There's the archway. And then there's a further one through there. Maybe we can see that one later. Wow. Yeah, that won't last long. Wow, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, their cliff is basically, they're all cliff lines. So basically we're walking along the side of the cliff, literally. Again, health and safety is not a thing here. This is a recognized thing to do. It's a national park. There is a track, but you're literally right next, looking right down, like on top of the lava field into the water. So, you know, you want to have your wits about you. And funny story, Diego got completely drenched. One of the waves came up and just went bushka and just washed, like completely got him drenched. It was hilarious. Again, I've got lots of videos of this place, but again, I'm very limited to put what I can do on here. I'm only allowed 10 videos, so I had to kind of scale it back. So that was a really cool place to go. So it's a bit of a hike. You're going through a bit of a jungle. Looks like a jungle. It wasn't like, I wouldn't call it a big hike. Like, you know, I love my hiking where I do 20 Ks or something like that. But this one was about 5 Ks. It wasn't huge, but it was really cool to walk along the lava fields, and yeah, just see the amazing what the wind and the ocean's done and made these little archways. So, Paul, given that you live in Victoria, a lot of where did I go? Mornington Peninsula. Kind of not same, but different. You know, like different. Like it's very rugged coastline, like Victoria, like the Mornington Peninsula. But obviously they're not lava fields. But yeah, very cool. Really enjoyed that. So then we went to a place called, another place that Diego loved was the Giant Clam Sanctuary. I couldn't fit the video in. I don't know why. It just wouldn't upload. What was the activity before I missed? It actually was. Are you talking about the...
That is such a lovely place.
Are you talking about the pool, Karen? Or the... Oh, the steps. Yeah. Okay. It's called Sioux Ocean Trench. This one. I'll put it in the comments. Can I write it in the comments? Here, hello. Yeah. So honestly, I'll do a video of that one day. It's basically a water hole, but it's ocean. It's tidal, so it's right next to the ocean, like the pool I just showed you. But that was freshwater, so there's a current coming in and out. That's why you've got the ropes down the bottom, so that you stay in the T junction, kind of in that little right angle in there, so that you don't get washed away. So you got to hold on to the rope, and literally you're holding on because it's actually quite strong. So here I am holding it, a GoPro plus holding onto the rope. So when the video that I thought I had uploaded, instead of me showing me, maybe, going up in the togs, that wasn't supposed to be like that. I was trying to show you when I first got in there, I didn't actually realize how tidal it was. And there was a guy down the bottom and he actually grabbed me because I was actually starting to float out. And I did capture that on my GoPro. So I'm like, thanks, mate. Thanks for helping me. So like I said, a lot of natural attractions in Samoa. So the three that I've just mentioned, the lava fields, the Plau caves, the ocean trench, and then another one that I haven't got a photo of, but I have many photos in general. It's called the Giant Clam Sanctuary. So they have over farmed their clams. So their clams, do you jump in and hold on to the rope? Yeah, you do. You jump in and hold on to the ropes, basically. And you pull yourself along on the ropes and you go into a cave. It's dead set cool. I'll do a video on it. I have many videos and GoPros of it, but I just couldn't fit them all on here. I can only fit 10 videos on here at a time. So do you have that video? I do. At the end, I'll see if I can find it for you, okay? Because I only have a few more videos to go through. So the Giant Clam Sanctuary was really, really cool. So you snorkel, and you see these clams, and they're so beautiful. I mean, you know what a clam is, guys. Yes, thanks, Mel, for jumping on, okay? Catch you later. And so anyway, but basically you kept on swimming, and then suddenly you see these massive clams. I'm talking like this big. They're massive. And then you put your hand over the top of them and they're like snap close. They were friggin' amazing. And there was only 15 of them. So they have lots of little clams that they're hoping that will grow into these big ones, but there was only 15 of these big sucker clams. So this whole section, and the water was fantastic. By this stage, it stopped raining, and oh my God, the sun was amazing. It was just the pictures I've got are just amazing. I don't know why when I tried to upload the photos, it wouldn't upload. And then obviously the other attraction that Diego loved. So Karen, I asked Diego before he went to bed what his favorite things about Samoa was. He said the ocean trench, the Plough Caves, the lava fields, the giant clam sanctuary where we went snorkeling, and to stay in a farley. So I'll show you that, Karen, because, mate, honestly, it's so cool.
Oh, okay.
This is where we stayed 4 nights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. They got no power.
There's no power.
Yeah. Oh, maybe there is because there's a light there.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. So they were the 5 things that Diego loved. Now they're all on the main island. So back to the islands of Samoa. So Apolu. Yeah, honestly, Karen, it was so cool. They call them farleys, F-A-L-E, farleys, which is like a glorified bungalow. But normally, Karen, they don't have those tarps around the side. They're open plan, basically, but they put them up because it'd been raining. And normally people, like locals, hire them. They hire them as like a picnic place, and they just hang out in them the day, or they stay in them and they'll just sleep on the floor. But for us little, tourists, they put the tarp up and they put beds in them, and then they've got mosquito nets. So very cool. I'd pick that over a hotel any day. Down the road, we actually went to one of their 5-star resorts, and it's mega expensive. And even though it was beautiful, but honestly, I can't fault staying in a little place like that. I'm just trying to remember how much it cost us. Actually, it was $60. It was $60 Australian each, right, per night. That came with breakfast and dinner, because there's nowhere else to eat. Like, you're pretty much stuck. There's nowhere really where else to eat. But breakfast was amazing. Like, just basically, in the what do you call them? Baronets, bassinets, baronets. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Those hot plate things, and lots of food. Help yourself buffet kind of thing. And then the dinners were amazing. So you got to imagine they have these farms, but like where they're living, yeah, it's cheap as shit. So basically, we're staying on the beachfront. There's a road between it, like the coastal road, and then that's where the family live. And they've got a farm behind. They've got fresh coconuts and pineapples, papayas. They have their own pigs to have fresh bacon. They have eggs, chickens. So you're living real, and like, oh my gosh, taro. Taro is their big thing. So we had fresh food every night. It was so good. And fish from the ocean. Oh my God. That's why we stayed 4 nights. So we booked for 3, but we ended up staying 4. So see down the bottom of the island of Apolu, see where it says Lamanu? We were down there. That's where that farley was. So it was so cool. So anyway, that was the main island. Oh, hold on. I have another video here. Oh no, that's the same video. Okay, so now I'm going over to the other island, which is the bigger island of Savahi. So let me show you. Now, Paul, you saw this. It was called, I can't say this properly, Alagofi blowholes. So this is another major attraction.
Wilson will love this event.
I'll play that again.
Do that again.
Oh, they're going to get Wilson. Wilson will love this event.
So Diego's referring to Wilson. So you know Wilson from Castaway. So Diego found a coconut and had put his eyes and mouth, and we carried him around the back of the car. And what he wanted to do was to drop Wilson into the blowhole. And I said, don't do that, because you're probably likely the blowhole will kick it back and hit you in the head. So yeah, you remember the blowholes. Yeah. So Karen, these blowholes are really cool. We ended up going there twice. This was at kind of low mid tide, and then we went there at high tide, and wow, it was just rocking. Like there's about 3 or 4 different blowholes, and they even go higher than that. Like they go about 30 meters in the air. So yeah. So good old Wilson. And then so I went to the Samoa trip was for my birthday. So I turned 50 on the 14th of May, and this is what happened on the 14th of May. It wasn't for my birthday, but at the place we stayed, I got pulled up to dance. So here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you for coming to join us, and also we thank you for this donation. May God bless you all. Now we are going to sing you a farewell song.
Yeah, tell them that she's behind you, Barbara.
We are going to sing you a farewell song by my friend. Say goodbye to you all. Thank you very, very much for tonight. Hey, hey! Whoa!
So yeah, that was pretty cool. So they call it Fia Night. So Karen, you said you lived in New Caledonia. Did they do something similar in New Caledonia? I have a feeling they probably do. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. They did like fire dancing, and so lots of dancing and singing and drumming. So all up my sleeve, those kind of things. So that was pretty cool. And to be called up to dance was pretty funny. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So this place that we stayed was a little expensive. It was probably $200 a night. But this is the beach.
That is absolutely stunning.
So yeah, this place is called Savahi Lagoon Resort. Amazing place. We stayed, I think, 3 nights. Bit of a stuff up with the booking. We booked for 3 nights and they told us that we could only stay for 1 because they stuffed up the booking. So they booked us another night at another hotel. And then they said that if we came back, they'd upgrade us to like the honeymoon suite. So we got a really cool, really nice room for the last night we stayed there. So that was really cool. But this beach, amazing. So by the time we got to Savahi Island, we had perfect weather, absolute perfect weather. So amazing. There's the boat out there is called, it's a dive boat. So we went out diving. That's another story, honestly. Paul, are you a diver? I don't know, for some reason. I know we were talking about the diving, weren't we? Because you saw my live about the dive. Okay. So Karen, do you dive? Are you a diver at all? Are you interested in diving? Because Paul, I know you're really keen on seeing the video about my diving. I'm sure it was you, Paul. Hey, I think it was. So yeah, anyway, yeah, honestly, there's a glass bottom boat that we went out onto. So honestly, it was a beautiful place. But this is probably one of my favorite things we did. Hey, Tina, how you going? Hey, guys. So we've got Karen and we've got Paul online. We have Tina. Her candle is All Things Pink and Possible. So Tina is I'm sure you're in America. It's late. Yeah, so I've dived with a helmet on and they pump the air in. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to you, Paul, though, about the diving. Hey, I'm sure I did. So the diving was amazing. We dived on a shipwreck. So the shipwreck was called John Williams Shipwreck because I'll tell you a little story. Actually, Tina, this is perfect because Tina, Samoa is so highly religious. I mean, I'm pretty like I've talked about, like, I'm not highly religious myself, but I'm not against it. But I love religions. I think every religion has something amazing to go by. And we went to church. So Tina, you're going to be very proud of me. We went to church three Sundays while we were in Samoa because we went 2 Sundays and then we ended up going to a Catholic mass one day and we randomly sat there. Oh yeah, you did see that. Yeah, you did see some of the short. Yeah, you did see a short. But I actually carried that tradition on, Tina, when I was in France, in Lyon. I went to a church service there, and then I even went to one in Paris too. So yeah, that was interesting. So, but yeah, Samoa is like they pretty much 90% Christians. They've got churches in every little place, like 5 of them, and there's only like 200 people living in a little town. So it's pretty cool. And so we went to, okay, I'll show you this.
Meaning about going to church.
So this is a missionary church. It was started by John Williams, the guy that had the shipwreck that I went diving in. So he survived, but he basically brought Christianity to the islands of Samoa. And yeah, like I said, there's many churches. So it's either the Latter-day Saints or just Christians. And there are a couple of Catholic churches, not many, but most of them are just Christians. But there's also a lot of the Latter-day Saints, which I think are Mormons. I never went to a Mormon church. I would have liked to see what their religion's about. Not that I can understand the language, but just to kind of get a vibe of it. But we went to a Catholic church service, and then just 2 Christian churches. So, but this ruin is really cool because I'll show you this one.
That's a lot of lava, isn't it? Imagine that. This is a place of worship. And then the eruption. Look at the swirls. So beautiful.
So, yeah, this is a church. It was a missionary church set up by John Williams, who was a missionary. And basically, I think, 3,000 years ago, basically, not 3,000, I don't know. I've lost my maths now. Basically, there was an eruption and the lava just went everywhere and engulfed this whole church. Now, there's a really not cute, it's really beautiful, but the person that looked after the church, his daughter died before this lava flow, and she was buried at the side of the church. And with all the lava, you would think that the lava would have just covered her grave, but it didn't. It somehow it's just a not perfect, but like a circle around her grave, like right down around her grave. So her grave was protected, and they call it the Virgin Grave because obviously she was a young girl. But it's pretty significant because everything else got lava. Like there's lava everywhere. People's front yards are just covered in lava. Like there's little plants growing up out of the lava, and people's houses are just like built on lava. But this grave, this poor young girl, is like just perfectly exposed, and there's just lava all around it. If I could show you a video, I haven't got any more videos here to show you, but if I delete one, I might be able to show you another. Yeah, okay, well, let's remove it, and I might be able to show you. I'll just remove a few videos. So bear with me while I see if I can find this video to upload. I don't know if I can do this at the same time. Well, let's see. Present. No. God damn it. So it's not actually letting me do it. I don't know why. Can you see anything that I'm doing here? Just trying to find this picture. It's rather interesting. All right, let's see if this works. Tina, can you put in the chat your actual handle name? I'm sure it is All Things Pink and Possible. It's just at All Things Pink and Possible. But I'll let Tina put that in the chat. I'll just play you this video now if it actually uploads. Here you go. So this is where basically the Virgin Grave is saved.
Grave? Maybe even more by the time you get up there.
Yeah, right. Imagine it just stopped.
Went around it.
Yeah, like just literally around it. Amazing. Yeah, the lava just goes all up here too. Yeah, so it's kind of come all the way down from every angle.
So, yeah, like I said, her grave was spared. So her family were quite happy when they came back after the lava, I guess, hardened, and it was safe to come visit, to see that their daughter's grave was still there. I mean, I don't know what you want to call that, but divine intervention. But I just thought that was so beautiful that her grave was still there, and that, you know, everything else was put under lava by like this much, but her grave is still there. I thought that was really beautiful. So, Tina, I knew that you would love that. So I'm glad you jumped on. So another thing that I really loved about Samoa, I used to work with a guy called Paddy, and he's from New Zealand. He was born in New Zealand, but his mum and dad are Samoan, and his grandparents are Samoan. So he recognises being that he's Samoan. So he's been to Samoa quite a few times. But I think the last time he went was before his grandmother died. So he'd never seen his grandmother's grave. And in Samoa, in the front yards, they bury their loved ones in graves. So I went on a mission to find his grandmother's grave so he could see his grandmother's grave. So I found some flowers on the side of the road, like you do, cut some flowers or pull some flowers, and I went on a mission to help, you know, to find his grave so that I could you know, show him photos. So it wasn't an easy mission. It took about 2 hours. I had him on Facebook Live, not Facebook Live, just on, you know, just on Facebook, on a video chat. And he's like, I'm sure this is the town. So we went to the town. We're basically stopping off at random people's houses. And I'm like, you know, Talufa. So Talufa is how you say hello. I'll just put that here, Talufa. Talufa, my friends. So Talufa is hello in Samoan. So I would go, Talufa. And then I would just give the phone to the locals and say, and then my friend Patty would start speaking his language and asking about, you know, where his grandmother's house was. So his family's, like, his cousin still lives in the house, but he couldn't really remember where it was to tell me where to go. So let's say that 5 houses later, and then I ended up at a shop, and then the shop lady rang some friends, and then she said, no, you go to that house, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, another wild goose chase. We went looking for a blue house on the side of the road, and then we're walking down, you know, the back of these houses saying Talufa, you know, can anyone speak English? And then, you know, putting the phone to them, asking if they're related to my friend. And believe it or not, we found his cousin's wife, and she took us to the house. So this is a video of going and seeing the grave.
Grandmama, grandpa.
Lagi, deku fakasi la ua. Ia o seso lea, o seso. I
Uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, maar is die uncle lea, leef maar nog meer leusa.
Huh?
It's recent.
Are you recording any of this?
Lela ka o koe rumai ina ia.
So I had my friend talking to his cousin's wife, and she was showing him the grandma's grave. So later on in the video, I put some flowers on her grave. And then they took us inside the house, and we had some fresh bananas, And then I asked if we could go out the back, and she could show us how, like, you know, they have a kitchen out the back, like on dirt ground, kitchen out the back, bathroom out the back too. And so, yeah, that was really, really cool. So for me, that was one of my favorite things about Samoa, was to kind of meet the locals and, you know, to connect my friend that I worked with to see his grandmother's grave. I just thought that was really beautiful and powerful. So they're the only videos I have right now. I mean, I could find more, but I just wanted to give you a rundown. Otherwise, I could be here for hours. So, Karen, you're just saying you're going through a cold snap. Yeah, shit, yeah. And just remember, we're renovating our house. We don't actually have a roof on our house at the moment. We've got a tarp. So a couple of days ago, it was bitter cold. I was wearing every bit of clothing I had. I'd just come back, mind you, from Paris. So I'd gone from summer to extreme freezing cold winter. So it was so cold. So yeah, it's been a bit cold, but today was lovely. And tonight's not that cold, to be honest. So I think it's over. I hope it's over. So that was my short version of Samoa. Any questions? Actually, Karen, you said you want to see a video. I might be able to find another, like, what video did you want me to find? Because I can find videos. I just need to delete the videos that I have online here, and then I can add more videos on. Currently 10 degrees in Victoria. Brrr. Yeah, Paul, that's cold. Very cold. So we've got 5 people online. Tina, did you want to see the biggest attraction in Samoa is this place? It's called the Tusu Ocean Trench. It's like 33 stairs down into this, wow, amazing. I'll show you.
Oh, look at that. It's pretty cool from up here. Okay, coming. Yes, 3 points of contact.
So yeah, that's the number one attraction that everyone goes and sees when they're in Samoa. Any other questions you'd like to know? Yeah, blues and greens. Love blues and greens. Because I think I've done the best job I can trying to figure out how this little thingamajiggy works. I wish I could upload more videos, but apparently you're only allowed 10 at a time. And I can go offline and get them, but then obviously I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Well, not talking to myself. I'm just leaving you guys talking to yourself. But I just think, yeah, that's probably short and sweet of it. Like, I do need to pull myself together and actually start editing some videos from Samoa, and then obviously of Europe and of Indonesia when I went there. And I haven't even showed half the pictures I even took of Ibiza and Taiwan when I was there late last year. But, you know, these are good problems to have, and just really wanted to share with you Samoa. Samoa is amazing. Like I said, it is all mostly natural wonders, like this ocean trench and the caves, the lava fields. Oh my God, there's this lava tube. Oh my God, that was so cool. I don't know if I did a live on that one. No, I don't think I did. There's a lava tube. Let me see if I can find that, okay? So just bear with me while I try to find that video. Lava field. What day did I go to a lava field? Lava field, lava field. I'm going to show you breakfast, first of all. Let's see if this works. Oh, that is what I had for breakfast one morning. A couple of mornings, actually. It's, oh God, I can't remember the name of it. I have it in a picture, but it's like Cocoa Pops, but it's not Cocoa Pops. It's rice cooked in coconut cream with cacao and like some spices. Oh my God. So tasty. So tasty. The food in Samoa is different. I mean, it's island food. Obviously, they have lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, but that was an interesting breakfast. They have another meal called oca, which is basically like ceviche. Like in South America, they have like the fresh fish or raw fish cooked in lime juices. But in Samoa, they do fresh fish in lime juices and chili, but they also put coconut cream in it. So it's kind of like a soupy kind of thing. That was really interesting. So that was tasty. Yeah, so tasty. We had some really, really nice meals. Honestly, the meals were really good. I'm just trying to find. How idyllic is this? Okay, let me show you this. 7053. $70.43. Do you remember how I was telling you that we were staying 3 nights at that very fancy kind of beachy area, and they upgraded us for the third night because they stuffed up the booking to the honeymoon suite? Let me show you this. This is just phenomenal. How idyllic is this place? So beautiful. This is Samoa. Absolutely stunning. How nice was that? Oh, so nice. Like picture perfect. Like postcard perfect. So I'm on the hunt for more videos. I'm trying to find the lava fields. Aha, I found it. You know, I have to do a dance in here, don't I? Hey, turn off our lights. All right. 780. Okay, guys, so this is a lava tube. So obviously, given that Samoa is a volcanic island, there's lots of lava fields. Like I showed you before, the lava rocks just spewing all over people's yards. But there's a lot of lava tunnels. They call them lava worms. Good stuff.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Watch your head.
Watch your head.
Yep.
So it is slippery?
No.
Wow. You give me the big one, are you?
Yeah.
All right. Do you say how far we can walk? Okay. So we are basically going under where the car's parked.
So funny story, well, not funny story, but there's lots of these lava tubes in this area. This is on the island Savahi, which is the biggest island up the northwest. And they found there's a lava tube that a guy, a local, went for 4 days walking, like sleeping 4 days, walking, sleeping, and didn't get to the end. So I don't know how far these tubes go, but they go far. This one, we went to the end of it, so it wasn't a long one. But I thought that was phenomenal. Oh, let me see if I can find another one for there. Oh, wow. Hey, turn off that. What am I listening to? I'm just trying to find a video. That's why I'm spotlight. So you can see. Okay, I'm going to embarrass myself because that's what I do. 7103. Okay. So we all know that I like to dance, and I don't do it because I'm good at it. I do it because I think it's funny and I can laugh at myself. So this is pretty embarrassing. I actually haven't watched this back, but it's going to be pretty bad. Is it on?
Yep.
Welcome to the Bat Cave, and this is the Bat Girl Dance. We Bat Cave, Batman, Batman, Batman. Can you see my shadow?
No.
You can't?
No.
Oh, stop it for a sec.
I think I need to stop it on that one. So as you see, Samoa is naturally beautiful and we had fun. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it there because less is more. You saw me dance, and actually you saw me dance a few times. You saw me dance on my birthday and you saw me dance in the lava cave. So any other questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to put you out of my misery and, say goodbye, because I'm sure it's late for you, Tina. Or you're saying it's good morning. So it must be like 1 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. What time is it for you guys? Oh, no, it's probably, 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, Tina, what time is it for you? Because it's finger red number 1. What? So 1 a.m.? No. 8 a.m. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not late. Okay. Yes, Tina, I'm in a lava cave dancing. A lava tube. Yes, that's right. Yes. So I think I'm done because I think I've showed you enough videos and I've shamed myself enough. That last dance is pretty funny. Anyway, guys, yeah, it is 10:16 here. Late on a Saturday night. I know I should be out dancing or something, but no, getting boring. But anyway, I did my first live show and tell. I showed you and I told you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Paul, thanks for watching. Tina, thanks for jumping on. Karen, I don't know if you're still there, but thanks for watching. It's late for you, mate. You should be in bed. I hope you are in bed because it's like probably 1 a.m. for you. We had Mel on. I don't know who else is on, but thanks for watching. Did you enjoy that? I'd love some feedback how I could do that better, because I really don't know how I could do it better, because I can only do 10 videos at a time. So like stopping it and then trying to find videos is kind of, I know, a bit annoying, but that's the best I could do. So I'll love and leave you. If you've got no questions, I think that I hope you enjoyed my Samoa adventure. I have lots of videos and photos, but that was the simplest way I could put it down to it. They were kind of our favorite things that we did. Obviously, I haven't showed you all the favorite things because I couldn't show you the diving and the giant clam sanctuary that we went to. We went to many volcanoes. We went to many waterfalls, but I had to limit the pictures and videos. Like I said, I was allowed to put 10 in the thing. So that is what I did. So guys, I'm going to say love and leave you. Good night, good morning. Arrivederci? I don't know. Au revoir. Adios, amigos. Catches. Hasta luego. I'm very confused because I'm speaking all these different languages. Anyway, thanks for jumping on, Tina. Thanks for jumping on, Paul. Thanks for jumping on, Tina. Thanks for watching, Mel. And I think that's all there was. But anyway, I'm not unhappy about that, guys. I really wanted to just figure out how this all works. So thank you for watching and listening. Anyway, I'll catch you. I don't know if I'm going to do another one, but I should do another one of France and Luxembourg. Anyway, catch you.